Dear friends, welcome to Mountain Talks. Today we are going to talk about the Congolese conflict, the origin of the Congolese conflict. The Congolese conflict is a complex one. We inherited boundaries from the colonial masters, and that these boundaries are the main causes of this problem. The Congolese conflict that we inherited, we found that some people who were speaking the same language, but were divided and taken to different parts. So they went with their land in Congo. So we find Kinyarwanda speaking people, the Batutsi, Bahema, found themselves in Congo, and yet they were supposed to be part of Rwanda. The same way we have other people like they were from Bira, who are taken in who are part of Uganda now, but they were originally from Rwanda. So we also now we find after this problem that the problem now we have found now is that these people have been they have been crying for protection from their government, the Kinshasa government. The Kinshasa government has never recognized them, and they has never given them protection. So this is a problem that has been happening for a long time. You excuse me because I have some kind of a flu and I have some kind of a cold, so I might not be able to speak very well, but hey, now you can see what is happening because of the cough and the flu. So the problem is that now the government has opened up. The people who received, the government of Kinshasa received people who perpetrated the genocide, 1994 genocide in Rwanda, and took them to Congo with their guns. Now when they received them, when they found the Kinyarwanda speaking people, the Tutsi of Congo, of the Democratic Republic of Congo, RDC, speaking Kinyarwanda, and the Tutsis of that side. Now they say, let's continue with the genocide. We found somewhere to carry out a genocide now. So these people lacking protection of their government and lacking recognition, they found themselves being killed by the perpetrators of genocide, the Hutus, who perpetrated genocide from Rwanda. And this problem now the problem is that Kinshasa has been chasing away these people, telling them to go away, telling them you are not Rwandese, you are not Congolese. Sorry, you are not Congolese, you are Rwandese. So this is how the M23 group was born and has been fighting for the protection of the Tutsis, Congolese Tutsis, Congolese Hema, the Kinyarwanda speaking Congolese. So that's what they have been fighting for, and we've been hearing Congolese government accusing Rwanda of protecting or supporting the M23 group. We have been hearing the Congolese government, the Kinshasa government of Felix Tshisekedi, accusing the Rwandan government of supporting the M23 group. So that's how the problem is very complex, but that's how the problem is now. So now, the problem we have now is that there has been a genocide. There is a genocide going on in Congo, but this genocide, you hardly hear it being spoken by other people or the people around. You hardly hear it being talked about by the international community. Why? Because they don't stand to gain from the genocide. So they don't stand to gain anything. But on the other hand, they try to work with the government of Kinshasa to support, to to support the government of Kinshasa against the rebels who are fighting and protecting the Tutsi community. Even though they have condemned it verbally, by saying that the Congolese government or the Kinshasa government should stop using hate speech. But now this is not hate speech, it's the genocide now which is happening. The genocide which is happening in Congo. So the genocide is being committed by the perpetrators of the 1994 genocide, the FDLR, and the Wazalendo, so-called the so-called patriotic group of Kinshasa or of Congo, RDC, and the Mai Mai group. So the battle has been going on. There's been now, ever since the M23 group has started fighting, has been capturing different places like Bunagana. It has captured different places like Sake. It's surrounded. Fighting is still going on in Sake, but they're surrounding the Sake. They're surrounding Goma. So the fighting, there have been fierce fighting. So what happened is that the Kinshasa government or Tshisekedi government went and brought in the SADC forces, to help him fighting the rebels, the M23 rebels. The Kinshasa government, the SADC forces are made up of they came with their so-called DRC. DRC are the force that was supposed to stop the rebels and also fight other forces as well in Congo. But unfortunately, they focused their force themselves on fighting to M23. But the M23 group has been fiercely fighting, like the way they call themselves the Lions of Salambwe. They call themselves the Lion of Salambwe. They have been fighting very hard and they have captured different people. Like recently, they captured 7 soldiers of SADC forces, including seven. They captured SADC forces and also FARDC forces. But there was among the people captured, there were 7 South African troops. This fighting was happening in Nyiragongo. So these soldiers were captured when they fell into the ambush of M23 ambush, and M23 captured them. Now M23 has been using these people to negotiate with the South African government and the Tanzanian government to withdraw their forces from Congo because they have no reason to be there. M23 is fighting to go back, to retrieve, to bring their refugees, parents who are refugees in Rwanda and in different countries, in East Africa, in Uganda and other countries. You excuse me for that. So what has been happening is that there is a UN force there, which is called MONUSCO, and it has been working together with FARDC and the FDLR, which is the FDLR, the perpetrators of genocide of the 1994 in Rwanda. So M23 has been warning them to stop working with the FARDC forces because they have to be partial. They have to be impartial. Instead, now they're being partial. So now the situation in Congo is very dire. It's a very bad situation that there's a genocide going on. There is a lot of human rights violations which are done by the government of Congo. There is and its forces. There was Arendo and the FDLR and the Mai Mai. So the Congolese forces are being accused of not being able to fight. Instead, now what is happening is that we can see that the Congolese government has also installed the death penalty. The death penalty. So this is what I wanted to tell you today. This is what has been happening in Congo, and please don't forget to subscribe and also to click like and share my video. Thank you so much, my friends and viewers.